What's up? How's the Legion of Comic Collectors doing today? Well, tonight I'm gonna try something a little different. We're gonna do the Mcfarland Batman Last Night on Earth. I'm gonna open up all the figures, take them out, and we're gonna build the Bane Build-A-Figure. Pretty cool. I've never tried this live. I put a Build-A-Figure together on Instagram, and it's hard to do just shooting the figure. So figured going live is the best way to do it, and I'll try to show you everything as best I can. For me, I just use a pocket knife, but we'll dig into these figures and check them all out. So starting off, we have the Scarecrow. And for me, like, this is kind of shown as part of the Build-A-Figure. So I thought it was a little cheap that you had to buy the Scarecrow separate. Like maybe have a fifth figure where the Scarecrow's, piece is just part of that. Real quick, we'll shout out the chat. We saw Tony Fett was here early, and Streetside Anthony's here. What is up, guys? Good to see you. So a lot of the times, even if I take figures out of box, I will try to keep the box, but I'm more than likely not going to put the Build-A-Figure. I'm not going to take it apart. So these are boxes I'm not going to keep. So we'll fully rip into them. Show you everything that's in here. It does come with a Scarecrow card with a bunch of info on the back. And it comes with a figure stand, which I guess you would use if you weren't attaching the Scarecrow to the Bane, because I believe it attaches. What is up, Gray Man? Good to see you. So that's a cool extra figure stand. Get into here. So the only other Build-A-Figure I actually bought all the pieces for was the Killer Croc Wave. That was before Mcfarland did Multiverse, but it was still Multiverse. So here we have the Bane torso. And we have the Scarecrow. This thing is crazy looking. Got like a piece hanging off the side here from his helmet. For any of you that read, try to show you his face. Like you can see the Scarecrow face in there. For any of you that read Last Night, very accurate looking. So we'll stick this back in. Yeah, that's why I was hesitant for years. Just talking about these Build-A-Figures, I'd say the average price on eBay to get a complete Build-A-Figure is probably $100. Some of them go up towards 200. What's up, Unruly? I've purchased some Build-A-Figures that I've gotten anywhere from the $40 range to $80. Maybe I'll pick this up and show some of my figures in a little bit, some other Build-A-Figures. But let's dig into this, because if time willing, I also want to open up the Flash and Dark Knight's Death Metal Batman if I get a chance. But part of why I jumped on Mcfarland, started collecting figures in general, was they're $20, which ain't bad. And way back when, like, every figure was everywhere. Like, it didn't seem like it would be hard to find these figures. And that's not the case now. So, like I said, we ain't keeping these boxes because I ain't going to take the Build-A-Figure apart, put everything back in box. But we have the Wonder Woman card with the back. And Wonder Woman just comes with your basic Mcfarland stand. One little peg. But these stands do work pretty well. All right. you got to be real careful with the weapons. We have a Bane arm fell out. But these weapons, man, the sword here, they're fragile. Like, you cannot pull on them at all getting them out. They will bend, and then they're just bent. So we have a sword for Wonder Woman. We have one other arm for Bane. Don't look like this Wonder Woman's held in by anything. And we will go over each figure as we get it out, sort of leading up to the Build-A-Figure at the end. What is up, Connor? Good to see you. These figures that have a cape, they could be tough to get out because the cape actually goes through the back. So trying to get her out without damaging her limbs. And she is in there good. I see. Here's she was strapped in. All right. So let me get this trash put up and we'll take a look at Wonder Woman. All right. So, apart from the hairstyle, I'm not a fan of this mohawk. It's actually a really nice Wonder Woman figure. I love the ripped up cape. And what else is cool, she actually comes with a sheath here. So I could stick her sword right into her sheath. I love that. Like when you could stick guns in their holsters or whatever. Because for me, I like to pose these figures standing. And we will take a look at my figures at some point so I can show you. No matter how well you pose them, they're going to fall at some point. So if you have them posed with her holding the sword, it's going to be a tough time finding that sword as opposed to where you could stick it in the sheath. It's going to stick with her. And man, I love the textures. Some really nice texture on this cape. Really nice figure. Really well done. I mean, if it wasn't for this hair, this would be a fantastic Wonder Woman. One other thing, I don't really remember from the story, but there's no lasso at this Wonder Woman. I don't recall if she had it in the story. But just sort of previewing the Build-A-Figure, here's one of Bane's arms without the hands. This Build-A-Figure is going to be huge when we get it put together. So we'll set Wonder Woman to the side here. On to figure 3. And this is one I think I would have bought even without the Build-A-Figure. This is Omega Batman from the story. Sort of the main villain. And I thought it was a cool idea in the comic. And it looks like he's going to be a pretty cool figure. So here's what you see behind him. Omega, Last Night on Earth. Of course, all the info on the back. You think I'll be able to sell these cards for like $100, Sam? And of course, the basic stand. So it looks like Omega comes with a pair of fisted extra hands. I keep all this sort of stuff once I figure out what I want to keep on them. I keep all my extra hands, heads, small weapons in a little plastic bag. But let's get everything out and we'll take a look at Omega. So real quick, I don't know how well you can see them. A couple little fisted hands, if you wanted to make fists for him. And we'll get the Build-A-Figure pieces out. It looks like he came with the lower legs. Looks like from the knee down. A couple Bane legs. And I tell you, I think there's a couple Bane Build-A-Figures, and both of them are around the 200 range. I actually got I think it was DC Direct Nightfall series Bane. I got that from STL Comics. Much cheaper than trying to get a Build-A-Figure. Because even the good Build-A-Figures like Bane, even if you're just trying to buy the figure itself, because it's part of that Bane wave, you'll be paying like $100 for some C-list character that would normally be a $10 figure. So let's take a look at Omega. And he looks very cool. I like his helmet. I like his design. And I think it's pretty neat. He has like a half cape here on the back. Very cool. He doesn't seem to have as much texture as the Wonder Woman one, just really here on his chest. Other than that, it's a pretty smooth figure. Even the cape is just smooth, as opposed to Wonder Woman's really, I mean, it's really textured. It feels beat up and worn out, sort of how it looks. So, I mean, I personally like this Omega figure better, but I don't think as much care went into it. What is up, James? Good to see you. I see you did a video I need to check out too. So one more figure in the Build-A-Figure wave. Like I said, we probably will, once we build Bane, we'll take a look at some of my other figures, and I do want to open these other two tonight. But we got the last figure here, and this is Bruce Wayne. So let's pull him out, check him out. I think this is probably another figure I would have bought, even if there wasn't a Build-A-Figure wave. And he seems to come with a lot more. So what you see behind him, so just regular Batman Last Night on Earth card with the back. And he also comes with your basic Mcfarland stand. Never really have enough of those. So looking inside, oh, this figure looks cool. This comes with Bane's hands, head. It comes with the Joker head, and it looks like a staff weapon. So let's pull all this out. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. We have the Joker head. Yes, you are. Trying to give an honest review here, man. But if you guys like this stuff, I'll do more as I get Build-A-Figures. I wouldn't say it'd be often, because there ain't a ton out there that are affordable. Here's the little staff, like Billy Club weapon. Set this up here. So we have one Bane hand. Kind of cool. It's got like little spikes on his fist. Same with the other hand. And then we have the weirdly, with how big this, here's his head, little bitty head that goes on a giant torso. So I don't think he's very proportionate body-wise. Let's cut Batman out here, man. This Batman, I don't think pictures do him justice. I don't even know how well you're going to be able to see him on camera. There's a lot of detail in this Batman. All right. Let's get him straightened out. But first off, you have like the little straps on the back. I mean, he looks worn. You can see the two-tone paint on his fingers where like his gloves are worn. He has that texture all over him like Wonder Woman. You got a really cool utility belt. It goes all the way around. I mean, look at the texture of his knees. I mean, a fantastic paint job on this. This is a really nice figure. Definitely the best figure. What is up, Amanda? Good to see you. Very cool figure. I think this is the best figure of the lot. By far, this is nice. Oh yeah, now looking at it even closer, it's not even different texture on the gloves. The gloves are so worn out, his fingers stick out. So you're just seeing skin color on the fingers. Man, that is fantastic. They put a lot of work into this. You know, it's brand new and it looks dirty and beat up, but from the paint job, that's nice. Let's see if I could catch the Joker. That's one thing about Mcfarland too. I actually broke a sword trying to attach it to a hand because it's like these hands don't move. Yeah, I don't want to mess with it at the moment. Feels like I'm gonna break his fingers or break the top of this handle. So one downside, like it's really hard to get stuff into these figures' hands. But you could just picture it. Excellent figure right here. I really like that. Check the chat. What's up, Just a Nerd? That is awesome. All right, so just checking out the figure. Bane does have like a cool belt here, like excess little utility. Start attaching it. I thought this was like a partial leg. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, so that looks right. Wow, that attached. Huh. You think it would like snap into place. It kind of doesn't. It just very loose fitting. If you try to do too much, yeah. Try to separate this little circle from the inner body. Okay, I can feel it snap. So it was this sticking out of the fabric here was keeping it from snapping in. Even with it snapping, like they don't want to, he does not want to stay together. Very loose. All right. Let's put his hands. So I assume this would be his left arm. Very loose. All these pieces are very loose. It don't feel like they really snap into place. Cool, you can see the venom injectors on this hand. So let's try and snap. It just doesn't seem to be a good way to get these legs to connect. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Let's check out what Just a Nerd's saying here. Yeah, like I probably wouldn't have bought this Wonder Woman if it wasn't part of a Build-A-Figure. Although I do kind of like her now that I see her. And I probably wouldn't have bought just a Scarecrow. It seems a little cheap to put the Build-A-Figure piece as like its own separate thing. This is a tough guy to put together, I'll tell you that. What the heck? We may have a very unsuccessful Build-A-Figure show. He doesn't want to go together. It's like bust out the super glue to get these pieces to stick. Wow. Like this piece don't want to go in. Got a little hole here. And this ball's supposed to go in it. Get the glue. Yeah. It's like the arms, the ball feels too big to fit in the spot. But like look at the legs. Try to show you. They're it ain't a very deep hole there. You know, my finger ain't going in much. And it's going on a thing that ain't too big. Let's see. I'm sure there's a trick to it that if you do this all the time, a way to get these to slide in. You see, it's very, like even the hand just fell off. Ah, there we go. Well, this will be one piece that won't fall off later. You just got to get it at the right angle. Very tricky. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be this tough to get them together. I had put some other ones together, and they weren't this hard. There we go. Moderate success. We have the arms in. So let's go to the head. Man, this is a small head. There we have the head. Let's get his hands back in. His hands and feet, I definitely say, are loose fitting. Because you could feel them going into place. But they do not want to stay there. So there we have the top. It's more of like stick his legs on and like stand him up, and that holds the legs on. All right. So here we have holding him in place. I feel like maybe I'm missing something, like these legs should snap more. But there ain't much room there. Twisting it. Yeah. Not very good legs. I think what may be happening is it's this fabric sticking out on the bottom. Huh. His head fell off. I won't waste too much more time on this. We'll move on to something. But you get the gist of it. Let's get him stood up. All right. We get a better view of him. That is what he looks like. But if I pick him up, his legs will fall off. What's up, Tim? Yeah, the head is definitely an issue. Like, it's a really, really small head there. Look at his hand. Do you know anybody whose hand is twice the size of their head? A very cool figure, though. I think, I don't know, I mean, I might just leave him as is, because the Scarecrow does attach to the back of him. Not 100% sure how. Like, there's a hole on Bane's back for the attachment, but I don't see anything on Scarecrow that would go in that hole. This is awesome, pretty awesome looking Scarecrow, though. Let's see if I can pick him up without him falling apart. You can see the hole right there to attach Scarecrow. Maybe he just hangs on him. There we go. Close enough, right? All right, well, before we move on, I mean, I guess we are moving on. Let's open up a couple more figures. We got the Mcfarland Flash here. I'm not going to keep this box either. Some of them I like to keep the boxes, but more and more I've just been leaning towards like 2-packs and stuff like that. And this figure looks like it's going to be pretty cool. So here's what it looks like in the box, or the back of the box. We have the Barry Allen card. I'm accepting offers. Hit me up on Instagram. $100 a piece for those cards. And then the stand. Alright. So here we have Barry inbox. And you can see all of the cool effects. Yeah, there is Just a Nerd. If you're interested, there is a 2-pack of this exact figure that comes with the Red Death. If you want to collect any of the Dark Knights or anything. so you don't wind up buying this twice. But if you just want the berry, I had come across them for like 28 at a vintage stock and passed. And then at Walmart, I got them for 16. But finding these figures in the wild is pretty hard. That's one thing, his joints are real stiff from being posed like that. But here you see him. Very cool. He does have some texture on the sides. And his symbol isn't painted on. It sticks out, which is cool. We got the ears. I'd say a very well done Flash figure. It's a weird pose for the one hand, just sort of out. So, and as you can see, he has holes on him. For the accessories we have here, because you can pose him with the lightning. It's a joke, Tim, because of all of the Marvel cards selling like crazy right now. So we have a real long piece of lightning, which I assume is a foot for the foot. A couple smaller pieces of lightning. Maybe this is a foot piece. Another piece of lightning. And then yet even more lightning. I'm gonna have a full trash bag of these boxes. So I won't spend too much time with this, but okay, so this is like the back piece. If you want to attach that. I can't imagine this guy is going to pose well with these things hanging off of him. I see. So these longer ones go on his legs. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with this now. That seems like about a half hour of trying to attach. But like, you could get the gist. Very cool. Very cool figure. I definitely think that's worth 16 bucks if you come across it. And then this figure must be his rookie card. Yeah, it's the Dark Knights are an acquired taste. I have the Devastator and the Grim Knight. That's all I care to get of them. I guess I say that, and this in a way could be considered a Dark Knight. So here we have what you would see behind him. So we have Batman from Dark Knight's Metal. He does have his bike. And I am looking to get the bike to go with this, just because I think it's cool. I think it's a Target exclusive, which basically means it's a eBay exclusive. And here he is. No accessories apart from the scythe. A little disappointing. I think nowadays every figure should be coming with accessories. At least a head or some weapons. Different stuff. They actually... Alright. Give me 2 seconds to get rid of this trash and we'll take a look at him because he looks amazing out of box. I think this is another one like the Arkham Knight Bruce Wayne here that you really need to see in person up close. Oh, this guy is amazing. It feels leather. Feels like leather on this leather coat. You can see like the chains, bat ring he's got. I mean, lots of detail with the little buckles going down his coat. He's got batarangs on his knees, bat symbols. Very cool. We got, yep, articulation all. Very nice. All right, this is a amazing figure. Super, super cool. Yeah, I don't know. We are about to take a look at my figures while we're live here just to see. In fact, I think we pretty much have everything done. So double check the chat here. All right, let's take a look at the figures real quick, my figure collection. So literally as I was standing up, my Stargirl fell down. But these are all just normal. I do have that 7-pack of the JSA. But like for instance, Steel here is a Build-A-Figure that I bought, as well as the Anti-Monitor here, and I forget his name, Superman villain. My Supermans. This was another one I purchased, Doomsday Build-A-Figure. And very back on the back there is the Rookie, James Gordon's Batmech. And of course, Killer Croc. And see what I say about figures falling down. They do fall down. With some cool figures. All right. So we'll just take a look at here. They're sort of spread out. Once I get off here, I'll set these up at least standing. We'll get a good look at everybody. But there is the Bane, the Scarecrow attached. Cool figure if I could find a way for them to actually stay together. And of course the Lucy's here, all of these cool figures. I definitely think that... What's up, Chad? Good to see you. I definitely think of the Build-A-Figure wave, this is the most well done. I mean, the fading, the dirt, having his hands come out of the gloves, the raggedness of it. Really cool figure. Plus it comes with the little Joker head. I know my camera don't do it justice, but it looks great. As well as the Scarecrow. If you could see his face, well, his face is real cool in there. Great little figure. I do stand by that should have been a Build-A-Figure piece, not its own figure. Wonder Woman, weirdly enough, it's my least favorite figure, but I think it's the second best done. And then, of course, Omega. Very cool figure. So I think that does it for this stream. If you enjoyed seeing it, let me know. I could do more figure-centered streams, stuff like that. Wacko. The Wacko Batman, yeah. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching. I did do a mystery box unboxing earlier today, the apology box from A1 Comics. If you didn't see either one of those unboxings, I definitely recommend check them out. And tomorrow we will be doing Fanboys Live on the Retro Review, and I believe that's on Tony Fett's channel. So definitely come hang out and check that out tomorrow. We'll be talking DC, and I believe we're still reviewing the Night Quest story. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for watching live, everyone hanging out, and anyone that watches on replay. Let me know what you think, and if you'd like to see more figure stuff for me. So that's it. Good night.